Welcome to my channel. My name is Valerio, but please call me Val, and today we're gonna see a model kit. The model kit is the Thunderjaw, belonging to the line Moderoid and produced by the company Good Smile Company. This is a model kit inspired by the video game Horizon Forbidden West, and for the one that have never built a Moderoid, well, it goes really easily, and it looks a lot like a Gundam, which means you don't need any kind of glue. Parts come pre-painted. And the whole assembly doesn't require any kind of fitting, so you're gonna be able to build very quickly this model just with a couple of nippers to remove the part from the runners. Now, I bought this one from Amazon Japan, and I think the cost was around 70 USD with shipment, give it or take it. I might be wrong, so this will price-wise put it in the field of master grade, not even the cheaper master grade, but like the middle range master grade. Now, Moderoid is a way smaller company, and on average, the Moderoid line has some really good product and so product, but a couple of things it does always, and they're not great things. Now, when we look at the content of what there is inside the box, I will not comment this is gunmetal, this is black, this is whatnot. I will just make some general observation about Moderoid and just about a particular kind of parts that we see inside of this kit that deserve a bit more attention. So Moderoid have the tendency to use stickers everywhere. They rely pretty heavily onto them, which means color separation is not great. No color and part separation, which is not a problem if you don't plan to paint it. But if you plan to paint it, all these kits require an ungodly amount of masking. Not always. There have been some kits in which have been perfectly separated, so it really depends. And they always have seams line that cut exactly in the middle of the panel in the most visible place you can actually put it. And this is, if you're like me, you don't like seam line, that is very, very annoying. Anyway, we see this white, this black, and all these parts. And what we notice that some part of it have paint already over the parts, which still, as I was saying, I don't like, because I like to paint them. So I would like one part for whatever, the orange, the gold, and another part for the white, so that it becomes easier. Obviously I can mask, but it's not fun to mask. Anyway, another thing that we noticed that the parts are really big, so even though there is a lot of plastic inside of it, the whole build took me around 1 hour and a half, which is pretty okay. Actually, it was very fast. It went as fast as a more complex high grade and way easier than a real grade. So pretty enjoyable, let's say, as a figurized standard. Now, one thing that we notice inside of the box is that there is a part that is made of rubber. Rubber, if you don't paint, it's not a problem, but if you paint, you need a particular primer to have the paint stick on it. Multi-primer, metal primer, some people use putty. It is really annoying, honestly. Not great, doesn't add much to it. I wonder why they didn't do it in plastic, maybe to give it a more living feel. I think it's just for saving money. Anyway, you see, if you want to paint this one, and you will want to paint it or at least weather it because it's gonna look much better, you need a particular part of primer for the paint to stick. Okay, this is the sticker page, and this is a sticker page, and I hate it because what it looks inside of it, there are a lot of golden stickers. The golden stickers are for the golden parts of the dinosaur, let's call it like this. Now, means they completely skip one color, which is gold champagne, which either use the sticker or you will need to paint and mask the hell out of it, which is incredible annoying. There is also a tiny piece of paper that tell you that some of the positioning of the sticker that they put is wrong. Anyway, a lot of plastic, but as I was saying before, the build goes extremely quick, like 1 hour and a half, you're done with everything. After I did the build, and sorry I didn't film it, but I don't think anybody is interested to seeing a 5 times me that build the stuff. Now we're gonna look what is our model kit, and first of all, it's really big. I think head to tail is like 30-35 centimeters, so huge, and you can see for scale the tiny Lego guy. As you can see, all the golden part of the robot, the champagne gold, they are not present, so completely absent the color. It is surprisingly stable. Even though they stand only on the two legs, it stands perfectly fine. There is also a tiny display stand. I will not use it because it's kind of useless. It is too short, and even the company in the manual, which is quite easy to follow, recommend you to buy a different one, which is a bit like what the hell. Anyway, as we can see, some of the color are not as good quality as other, like the yellow, orange, gold is terrible live. The camera here, I make it look a tiny bit better than it is, but overall the build is really impressive. Some of the detail is sharp, some of the detail is soft molded, so you need some rescribing if you want to give it the best, but this is just a straight build without anything. No sanding, no nipper. Now we're gonna see a tiny bit the joints. You can move a tiny bit left and right the head, nothing massive, a tiny bit the neck. I think you can move a tiny bit back and forward, but honestly guys, with model kits, I just put it in one position and glue the hell out of them. I don't play with my kit. Maybe I try the best position, then for me they are fundamentally statue, because I paint them and the paint gets away. Now the fantastic thing about this kit is that there are ratchet joints inside of it. They are pre-made, but this allows the kit to stand incredible still. Like, it's able to keep the position, are the ratchet joints on the hips. Now there is a reverse ankle or reverse knee, you know, dog-like. They are okay. We have, I want to say, 3 joints over the tail, which allow for quite a bit of dynamic movement of the tail, but overall the movement are pretty limited. And now we have this, what is a railgun? Can't remember. Anyway, that is on joints, but even there, not too much to be done. The manual shows you also how to show it in damage mode. Nothing, like really waste of time, to be honest. It doesn't look much better. And you can see there is a tiny bit of, like, unless you properly weather it and do it well, I think this is the best it's gonna look like. But look at it, and if you buy yourself the kit, please tag me and show me the picture of the damage mode. Anyway, overall, good looking kit. Now for some comparison with our tiny Lego guy, and obviously this looks a lot like a Zoid, just a tiny bit more updated and less goofy than Zoid, which are lovely, but you know, they have weird proportion. This is with the Takara Zoid for the anniversary, 30 or 40 years, I think it's 40 years. Then we can look in comparison with some Exagear mech, and they look drawn by the same hand. Not so much in this one, but way more, not even with him. This is another Moderoid kit. I think will be 1/44 scale. No, this is bigger. This is master grade scale, but with the Honey Rage looks like it has been done by the same person, just without stickers. Very, very, very similar design. And now to close with the Gesp and Bandai AG. Now let's go on to conclusion. Okay, let's start with the pro and cons. As a first thing, let's go on to cons. Can't move too much, but is a dinosaur, so we don't expect too much. The color, the sticker color correcting, terrible. Too many stickers to put inside. This is just saving money onto a different runner, because, bah, I don't know. This is not a cheap model kit to start with. This is another con. The rubber band, I hate them, because every time I have to paint them, I have to pull off the multi-primer. Some of the tail, as I was saying, is soft molded, which means you need to rescribe it still if you want to paint it. And that's all for the cons. Pros, it is kind of movable, not crazy, but still is a dinosaur. The ratchet joints on the hips, I love them. I would like to see more often company putting them. The detail, where it is well done, it is extremely well done. The build is super pleasant and super fast. It goes immediately, guys. 1 hour and 15 minutes to build this Mavot. He has a lot of presence, and if you don't plan on to painting it, you just put the sticker and maybe you panel it. It's gonna still look great. Maybe a tiny bit of dry brushing with some silver over the black part is gonna make it pop, and at that point, maybe that is the most bangs for your buck that you can get. Again, that you can get from a look site. Plus the design, I think is great. Like, I really like dinosaur, and I like robotic dinosaur, and I think this one, it is a lot of fun, plus it is massive. So do I recommend it? I recommend it if you're a snack builder, no problem about it. But if you're a person that paint every single kit that he gets, if you don't have a backlog and you have a long time ahead of you, so you just do one kit at a time, I highly recommend, because this is going to give you a lot of hours of work. However, if you like to work on a kit not for 6 months at a time, maybe this is not a great investment, because it requires first to fix some seam slide on the tides. Not too bad by modern standard, but then you will have to rescribe a lot of it, like quite a lot of it, and then it's a lot of tiny masking for the golden bits. So it is a mixed bag. This is still a fun kit to build, a fun and quite a display piece. However, for the classical model maker, it might be a lot of work at this point. Let's just get everything into gray parts. And this is everything. So if you have any question, please write me below. I will reply to every single one of them. And please, guys, enjoy the end of the year. Next week. Bye bye. Guys, please subscribe.